Is the number of things in life that we can't know far more than the flakes of every blizzard's snow? Is the number of things in life that no one fathoms far more than the number of the universe's atoms? Is the number of things that no one understands far greater than the grains of our planet's sands? How can we hear in the dark the sun arising? How can we turn all harm to harmonizing? To enter a house you walk through a door, but to enter a heart do you adore? If we take the you out of mourning for what's gone, are we left with morning arriving with the dawn? Why, while the question of natural genders vexes, does some species of mushrooms have 28,000 sexes? Why does a cloud which makes the daytime shady weigh as measured by elephants roughly 80? Why, if we're thinking an octopus never strains, would he in head and arms possess 9 brains? Why is the brain with bright idea thoughts lit like a bulb with merely 20 watts? As we can't measure meaning as if a galaxy is equating significance with size, a fallacy. Can staring at someone who generously shares be a way to heights as though a flight of stairs? Could peace arrive through what a person does, as though a flock of olive branch bearing doves? Why do we each emit a subliminal light of biophotons much too faint for sight? Can truths concealed as in nocturnal mist be lit and shown as through a journalist? May we, amidst what's cold and cruel as ice, give life a meaning that isn't mean but nice. Has truth with falsehood often been equated through sticking to a view that's antiquated? Are unidentified flying objects UFOs flown by otherworldly friends or foes? Will earth be heavenly as the firmament when it's been freed of every armament? As compasses have guided seafaring ships, can compassion guide human relationships? Why does the sky's face at night have freckles, each one of them a facial speck that twinkles? Why does time fly minutes like a flock of birds displayed abstractly by a clock? Are colours locked together in a prison of white light liberated with a prism? As moving faster can make time dilate, Can we be early even though we're late? By widening our openness like a pupil, can we let more light into life as people? Is each of us instrumental though we can't see? Like trying to hear with eyes a symphony. Have you seen with your ears lights on or off? Deep truth in a concerto by Rachmaninoff. Have concepts clogged your mind so each conception exasperates your consciousness congestion? Can flow of knowledge that's been blocked resume when we let go of all that we presume? When in your worldview something doesn't fit, have you had a fit and tried hard squeezing it? Does wishing things would be as once they were make woes with which we wrestle feel much worse? When life tastes bitter, very far from nice, may expletives be sprinkled as a spice. In food for thought in which words are like rice, should we not serve too much but be concise? As flowers vary in ways of being floral, why do differences lead us to quarrel? As electrical pressure is measured in volts, is oppression a pressure that causes revolts? Amounts of electrical current are measured in amps, but could we be enlightened as our lamps? Electrical output is measured in units of watts, but can we light the world with brilliant thoughts? Have you felt you'd be unhinged like a door without someone or something you adore? By streaming through a door to my shoe did a ray tell me to walk toward the light at the break of day. Has orbiting a transient past bliss bloom caused you to spiral into nostalgia gloom? While putting on your feet a pair of socks, could you tackle a philosophical paradox? Could we catch insights as if cats that pounce, yet not with claws, but clauses we pronounce? If everything in our lives is transitory, then what can we count on as from 1 to 10? While talking high to low, do we go through phrases the way the moon will wax and wane through phases? Objecting to objects as objectives might, we reach to what's ineffable, like light. May you observe while you are feeling mellow, your stream of consciousness as from a meadow. Have thoughts been thorny thickets you cut through, for reaching and awakening the beauty which is true? Have you derived deep hope and felt life blessed? on seeing a bird with twigs in its beak for a nest? When hope is hidden, so it seems there's none. Have clouds convinced you that there is no sun? Can perfect numbers, sums of their devisers, help with divisiveness as our advisers? In any designs might love triangles start, when form that marries function flirts with art. Does feeling which an artwork can evoke sprout in you like the seedling of an oak? Has wishing for a smoothness free of friction made life feel even rougher with affliction? Although it may appear a contradiction, might we be real yet also works of fiction? For cats not wishing miracles would occur, is there anything more perfect than a purr? May we break free of bonds by which we're fettered, and fly from them as if like songbirds feathered. May thoughts of which our fertile minds conceive be born in time as fresh things we achieve. Can we be open like a pup that's sniffer of many scents, enjoying that they differ? If time and space are relative, not absolute, may points of view be too beyond dispute. Have people throughout history been mean, when certain only they know what life means? If words have multiple meanings, may not life have more than one with many meanings rife? In scoffing at yourself as critic scoffer, have you lost sight of all you have to offer? Is hardness which we face in life's affliction best softened by a deep and shared affection? Is unrequited love, though it feels sweet, a one-way, dead-end, pothole-riddled street? Where everything is waves that break to foam, on what foundation can you build a home? Is your attention here or elsewhere where your mind has pulled, so you're here unaware? As ships, to not be storm-tossed, drop their anchor, have you to handle brainstorms dropped your anger? Preferring concreteness, have you tried to pave a stream of consciousness or ocean wave? Have you spent fruitless spans of life enchained to wishing what's unchangeable were changed? Does everything we do create a ripple in streams of consciousness of other people? As birds in branches all around you trilled, has part of you or all of you been thrilled? Has life been in the hot seat being grilled, as for the deepest answers you have drilled? Can things we believe be cleared like leaves with a rake from our minds if we find that they're not true but fake? Has life of earth spread in a way that's viral around the Milky Way shaped like a spiral? Why do molecules add up in a math that that makes a little life as of a moth. As blooms and fruits unfurl from in a tree, do different shapes spring from geometry. Climbing steeply up the sky from dawn, to what do finger solar rays hold on? Is there a path through pathos and a trail, through every tribulation and travail? Have you despaired as someone couldn't see you, as they couldn't step into your shoes and be you? Do tree buds taste like taste buds while they dine, savouring as scrumptious their sustenance sunshine? As someone drinking liquor often does, do bees from flower nectar get a buzz? Since history shows superpowers crumble, might arrogance give way to being humble? Can thinking that we know the truth obstruct the truth with fantasies which we construct? Could we be ignorant, as is a squirrel, of life that from an acorn can unfurl? What don't we know, and we can't conceive of, like physics unfathomed by an ant? As if the truth was something you must dodge, have you at times worn emotional camouflage? Might we not grasp the music that's in silence, like sparrows can't conceive of rocket science? Is all that seems of solid superpower dissolved eventually as if to powder? Is there as much which can't be seen by worms as there are things that can't be said by words? Why is the range of light we see so narrow, a spectrum like the wingspan of a sparrow? Might we not fathom the universe's scale, as light speed is unimaginable to a snail? Are we in costumes made of clay, being watched like actors in a play? What theatrical auditions must be passed, so that from trees long shadows may be cast? Like eyes see light, do brains see consciousness, with thoughts that hatch from in a neural nest? As the sun derives its power from nuclear fusion, can we be energized by our confusion? Can points of view emitted from your mouth encompass east and west and north and south? When you must go, since you are out of time, will trillions of dollars not be worth a dime? Advised to stop and smell the rose's scent, have you discovered it's a time well spent? Do you impose on life your expectations, or love it as it is without conditions? Invited by your heartbeat as a drum to the dance of life, love, will you come?